The following segment is sponsored by Intermountain Healthcare and the Utah Department of Health.
Well, welcome back. I am here with Lori Baksh, Maternal and Infant Health Program Manager at the Utah Department of Health. And today we're talking about preeclampsia. And what is that?
Preeclampsia is a condition that develops during pregnancy, usually after 20 weeks of gestation, and it involves increasingly high blood pressures and some urine in the, or protein in the urine and some organ involvement.
What causes that?
Well, they don't know for sure, but the prevailing thought is that it has to do with the placenta and how the placenta reacts with the body, and it causes blood vessels to constrict.
Is there, I guess there's probably just a low percentage of pregnancies that go through this, right?
Well, it's actually quite surprisingly high. So about 5 to 8% of pregnancies can be affected by preeclampsia.
And who's at risk?
Well, the women who are most at risk for developing preeclampsia are, number one, those that have had it already in a previous pregnancy. Other risk factors include things like having pre-existing hypertension, so before you get pregnant, being pregnant with multiples, twins, triplets, and then conditions like type 1 or type 2 diabetes, autoimmune diseases such as lupus, and other kidney diseases.
And this can be a pretty serious condition.
It can be very serious, and it is estimated that about 15% of preterm births are actually caused by moms with preeclampsia, and because it gets worse and they need to deliver the baby earlier.
Okay, so we kind of talked about who's at risk, but if you do fall in that category, what is the treatment? What do they have to do?
So the U.S. Preventative Services Task Force got together and looked at all of the literature that's out there, all the studies, and how we could prevent this disease. And they felt that there was enough evidence to recommend that for those women that we talked about with high risk factors, that they look at taking a low dose aspirin once a day after the 12th week of pregnancy. So they sell low dose aspirin, 81 milligrams. They take it once a day. It's also baby aspirin in chewables. And so the recommendation is that women who have these risk factors talk to their doctors to see if they're a candidate for low dose aspirin, and make sure that they don't have any other health conditions that would be contraindicated with taking aspirin.
And I'm sure they probably go through a screening process too, right?
Yes, yeah. The doctor will want to make sure that they're a good candidate for taking it before they start.
Okay, some very important information there, Lori. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, Mary?